Welcome to another FafNir guide. Today's guide is about Snake Eyes Fire King, or you can call Fire King featuring Snake Eyes. Don't worry, even though the Fire King is splashed into Snake Eyes, you can still do some cool stuff with Fire King in this deck. You can say that this guide is an updated version of the previous Snake Eyes guide that I made before, which I believe this version is much better, especially after Snake Eyes get hit by the recent ban list. From my analysis, Snake Eyes and Fire King have a similarity. They both are a Swarmer deck.
Swarmer deck? What's that?
They flooded their monster zone pretty easily on both of their turn or opponent's turn. That's why this deck has an excellent recovery on top of Diabelstar recovery mechanic. Both of them can bridge in between the combos, which is a very good synergies on top of their fire attribute synergies. You can say that this deck is basically a zombie deck. They keep resummon themselves from graveyard, which is why your graveyard is very important in this deck. So if you are zombie deck lovers, I believe you're gonna love this one too. Well, it makes me wonder, what kind of other deck that use their graveyard as their resources? Here is the deck list. You can check the link in the description below. These are the core cards that you need for the deck to be playable, and the rest of slots you can just add hand traps or anti-hand traps. This might not be the most consistent one since we are playing the OG Horunix, but I want to show you what you can do with the new Ulcanix card that haven't been released in TCG yet. If you want it to be more consistent, you can drop Valor for 1/1. It's basically a 2-card Snake Eyes Ash. Let's jump right into the combo sections. First is the 1-card Snake Ash basic combo. Normal summon Ash. Ash add Poplar and summon it. Poplar adds Sinful Spoil, and we gonna keep it in our hand for now. Activate Ash to summon Oak by sending both cards to grave. Oak and Poplar will activate its effect. Activate Oak to summon Flamberge by sending both Oak and Poplar. Activate Flamberge to place Poplar. Now link summon into Sunlight Wolf. This combo have a built-in anti-Nibiru, and this is our 5th summon, so our opponents can Nibiru us here before we get into Apollousa. Make sure to summon one of them directly below Sunlight Wolf to trigger its effect. Let's summon Duel Chimera first. And then summon Apollousa right away. Now our monster negate is up. We can start our main combo now. Activate Sinful Spoil by sending Poplar and summon Ponix from deck. Grab Sanctuary and place Fire King Island. Activate it and destroy the added fire monster in our hand, and grab Sacred Horunix. Sacred Horunix will trigger its effect because we destroy a fire monster before, and summon itself to the field. Horunix on summon will let you destroy one Fire King monster from deck. We gonna destroy Arvada. Arvada when destroyed can special summon one Fire Beast or Wing Beast from graveyard, which is gonna be Duel Chimera. Link off Ponix to Linkuriboh Frist, and then link off Horunix and Chimera into Princess. Princess summon Arvada from grave, and then link off into Amblo Whale. And that's it for our end board. Now, I'm gonna show you what you can do with this board. One monster negate by Arvada and destroy Amblo Whale. Horunix and Amblo Whale will trigger their effects. Horunix will destroy Kirin from deck. Triggering Kirin effect to summon any Fire King from grave and destroy one card on the field. Princess trigger her effects and destroy one monster on each field. We gonna destroy our Chimera and chain directly into Linkuriboh to protect our Apollousa. Chimera trigger its effect when destroy and let us add Kirin from grave to hand. Don't forget that we still have 2 monster negate from Apollousa. Activate Kirin from hand to destroy Princess and trigger Amblo Whale effects to destroy one card on the field. If we have 2 level 8 monster, when opponent's special summon, we can trigger Sanctuary effect to summon Eternity. And wipe all monster on the field, including ours. Next, during our turn, we can activate Eternity to target one set card and also chain it with Skyburn to destroy both. Make sure to detach Garunix. And that's all the disruption you can do. Next is an under Maxx C setup if you start with Snack Ash. With these set up, you will only give 2 draws to your opponents. And during opponent's turn, you can get the follow-up cards and 4 monster negate. Next combo is 1 Card Poplar combo. Sadly, with these starters, you cannot play through hand traps. And here are the disruptions you can perform. Next combo is 1 Card Diabelstar combo. There are 2 Diabelstar combo, the basic one and an anti-Nibiru combo. Here is the basic one. And here are the disruptions you can perform. Next is how to play through Nibiru with Diabelstar. As you can see, this is our 5th summon already, but we activated Flamberge effects, so usually they wait until we resummon our monsters back. When resummoning them, make sure to summon one of them right below the Sunlight Wolf to trigger its effect and add Flamberge back to hand. At this point, we can just summon a Palooza right away, so our opponent's going to drop the Nibiru here right now. If so, we can continue it this way. And here are the disruptions you can perform. Let's say our opponents didn't drop the Nibiru here. Well, we can go straight to Palooza right away, but at this point we don't care if he's gonna drop it or not, so we can just summon Chimera first and then go for a Palooza. But what if the Nibiru drop here? If so, we can continue it this way. With these, you will end up with almost the same board like 1-card Ash, minus the Palooza and Garunix Eternity because you lost the Sanctuary. If our opponent's clever enough, they will enter battle phase and attack Arvada first, but that's not the most clever way to deal with Fire King. In the end, you can summon your Arvada back to the field and just continue the disruption from here. Let's return to beginning. Now let's say that your opponents didn't drop any Nibiru at all. And here is how you continue your combo. You will end up with the same board just like before with 2 extra Palooza negate. Next is how to play through Imperm or Valor. They are the reason why we bring 3 Kirin in our deck. Kirin can special summon itself by destroying 1 fire monsters on your field or hand, including the Snake Eyes card you have. Let's say you start with Snake Ash and your opponent's Imperm it. You can destroy Ash and summon Kirin, making Ash dodging the Imperm effects. And here is how you continue your combo. In here, we are going to grab back our Kirin as our fire destroyer on opponent's turn. And here are the disruptions you can perform. And that's all for the Snake Eyes part that I can provide. There are some other 2 cards combo and Ulcanix combo that I want to show you. But before that, we need to talk about this one first. In the future ban list, I would expect that they gonna ban Snake Eyes Ash because, as you can see, it's already limited 1, and it's a super rare cards. What makes you think that Konami will not ban this card in the future? If so, then I believe the best way to play this deck is to playing it as pure Fire King, or you can splash Horus Engine and some of Poplar package, but I'm not sure bringing Diabelstar would be a better choice once Snake Ash ban in the future. So here's the deck list. You can check the link in the description below. For starters, I'm going to show you 1 card Ponix combo. Summon Ponix and add Sanctuary, activate it and place Fire King Island. Activate Island by destroying Ponix and add Sacred Garunix. Summon Garunix and destroy Fire King Barong. That's the end of the turn. During opponent's standby phase, add Ponix back to hand and Barong will trigger its effect and add Kirin to your hand. And here are the disruptions you can perform. Make sure to wait until opponents activate any effect that special summon monsters and chain it to your Kirin by destroying your Ponix to summon itself to the field. By the time a monster summoned, it will trigger Sanctuary to exa-summon both Garunix and Kirin into Eternity and wipe all of your opponent's monster. At this point, all we can do is wait until our opponent destroy our Eternity. When Eternity destroyed, you can summon back both Garunix and Kirin to the field. After Garunix summon and activate its effect, you have 2 choices. If you want to destroy another card, you can destroy Kirin and summon back any Fire King you had in grave but preferable Ponix, and you can destroy 1 more card. Or, you can just destroy OG Garunix and pray that you survive the battle phase this turn. because during your next standby phase, OG Garunix will come back and wipe all monsters on the field. And if they had a negate, at least we already eat one negate for free before our main phase started. Next is Ponix plus 1 fire monster on your hand. In here, instead of destroying Barang or Arvada, we gonna destroy Ulcanix as our extender. And here are the disruptions you can perform. The next combo that I'm going to show you is the Ulcanix combo. You need at least one other fire monster on your hand for these to work. This combo is the reason why we bring the OG Garunix. And here are the disruptions you can perform. During your next draw phase, make sure to toggle on and activate Skyburn, destroy both Ulcanix and Ponix to destroy that 2 set cards on opponent's field. And then during the standby phase, you can add Ponix back to hand, and OG Ulcanix will come back to field to wipe every monsters on the field. Next is Ulcanix combo while under Maxx. Here's the first setup that you can do. These set up giving 3 draws to our opponent is basically 1 card Ponix but with Ulcanix in the graveyard, which giving you another way to destroy 1 card on the field on top of 1 card Ponix disruption. For the second setup, when Ponix summon, you can just add Skyburn instead of Sanctuary, set it and pass the turn. During opponent's turn, you can destroy 2 cards with it, and summon OG Ulcanix from deck as a backup plan. Just as a reminder that Poplar still can be useful even though Snack Ash got banned in the future. Bringing 1-for-1 and more Bonfire is a better choice over Diabelstar engine for this version. You can check back to this timestamp for Poplar combo. Next is the use of Horus Engine in this version. If you wanted a full guide about Horus Engine, you can check this guide, link at the top right there. Horus Draw 3 engine can be used to fix your hand. Let's say after all those 3 draw, you only get 1 Ulcanix on your hand. One good thing is that Coach King is also a fire monster. So you can use Ulcanix effect by destroying Coach King, and you got basic Ulcanix combo with it. And the same goes with Ponix. One other cool things, if you already open a starter in Horus Engine, you can use Horus Engine to summon number 90 as an anti-monster hand traps. Or you can summon Heliopolis instead as anti-Imperm or Veiler. Or, even better, you can actually summon Ulcanix Eternity early when going second, wipe opponent monster, and also destroy 1 spell or trap card that opponent have on the field. Alright, that's all I can provide about this Fire King featuring Snake Eyes guide. I know I'm too late to the party about this video guide, but before I'm making a guide about a meta deck, I need to do some try and error first, because I want to provide the best info about this deck to you all. So I'm very much appreciate your support so far. And if you want to support me more, you can use the super thanks in any of my YouTube videos, and you can donate directly to me. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like, subscribe and share it. See you next time!